Medals won by Kiwi women outnumbered medals won by Kiwi men 23-20 at the Commonwealth Games. Sports Minister Grant Robertson has identified women's participation in sport as his top priority. So Megan Whelan spoke to some of the biggest names in New Zealand sport to ask them what that means.
They have won gold, the New Zealand women's hockey team.
When you look out at the podium of those hockey players receiving that ultimate award, the gold medal, knowing that they're doing that juggling study, and juggling work and family says something about our athletes, but also the fact we need to continue to elevate a range of codes and a range of women in those codes.
The Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern celebrated alongside the Black Sticks women as they won New Zealand's first ever Commonwealth Games hockey gold medal. Black Sticks player Frances Davies says only a few years ago she was the one being inspired.
Before we were getting a photo with the little girl, like the younger girls, and they were so excited to see us. Honestly, it's just so awesome to be able to inspire younger people, and hopefully one day that they can get their dream.
Teammate Sally Rutherford says making sport more accessible is one of the first tasks.
Hockey is a more expensive sport than some other sports, and I think we need to move away from that as much as we can and get community sport out there, and Hockey New Zealand's doing a great job at doing that, but you know, the more we can do that, the better, and the wider the net we can cast in terms of getting people into the sport.
It is my absolute honour to name the flag bearer for the 2018 Commonwealth Games as Sophie Pasco.
I think that's the great thing about the Commonwealth Games. There is so much integration. Obviously, we've got more women's sports now, obviously here. So it's not just about having the para athletes here as part of the integration. It's some more women's sports, and that's what we want. This is what sport's about. Sport is about being proud to wear our country's flag and carry our nation on our shoulders.
As well as including para athletes for the first time, like double gold medalist Sophie Pasco, the Gold Coast Games is the first Games ever where there's been an equal number of events for women and for men. Lawn bowls gold medalist Jo Edwards says as well as girls, there's a gap for women who have finished their careers in other sports.
I played a lot of soccer back in my other life before bowls, and I think that there's a really huge market there. But the kids, I think it's no longer uncool to play bowls. People used to be in their whites and say they were off to cricket because they were too embarrassed. But there's such a pathway. I've been amazed with what I've seen and done with the game, and it's an awesome sport. It's a hard sport to play, and I just love it.
What about for you, Dame Valerie? Bowls, is that next on the agenda?
Yes.
I think I might be a little bit too strong for that. My ball's a little bit heavier than the little bowls, but I'm sure I can taper down my strength and give it a good crack.
Gold medalist in the hammer throw, Julia Ratcliffe, says it also comes down to what sells on TV.
But I think obviously encouraging women from a young age and having special programs for them, because again, lots of people, even in employment, lots of people use the argument, we want to employ women, but they just won't apply. And it's kind of you really have to go out and search for them. You really have to go and handpick them and nurture them and encourage them and say, hey, you can do this. This is an option for you, as opposed, because lots of girls will think that it's not. It's just not an option. So yeah, I think that's so important to see the Black Ferns and teams like that, because it does give little girls dreams and it shows them that they can do it.
And that's something that gold medal winning Sevens captain Sarah Goss is very aware of.
At the end of the day, we want more and more kids to be, or especially little girls, to be able to be professional athletes, and that's really special. And whether they're playing rugby or, to me, they're playing hockey or netball, it doesn't matter, as long as they're chasing to achieve their goals and to become a professional athlete is pretty special.
Para javelin silver medalist Holly Robinson says the contracts for the women's rugby players are an important step.
For our young kids, back home in New Zealand watching the Commonwealth Games, to see young females and females in general competing at the elite level, it shows them that they can actually do that as well.
Never a true word spoken from Holly Robinson, who got silver at the Gold Coast and silver, of course, at Rio.